Okay, how's it going, guys? Today, gonna cover one of the mistakes I made when I did a mobile repair. This is a 5.8 liter Windsor. He thought it was Cleveland, but looking at the numbers, it's a 5.8. But regardless, I did this repair mobily. It had leaking valve cover gaskets. Uh, had the cork rubber style on it, original. So I have the driver's side off right here, and what I wanted to go over was what happened. And I put the regular rubber gaskets on here, and they did not hold, and they ended up leaking everywhere. So I had to do the job over again, and he had it towed to my house because I had some other things going on. Couldn't get to it mobily. I did a little research, and I found these gaskets, and these are steel coated rubber gaskets. So when you tighten these down, it's got a little grommet, so you can't over tighten them, and it has a little bit of, if you look at the ridges in here, it has a lot better seal than using a rubber one, and I used RTV on the last one, and they're straight rubber. But what happened, what I wanted to show you, was that when these were over tightened, that they kind of pushed down, and I didn't check for the flatness on the valve cover itself. So what I did this time was to check to see if it was flat, as I put a straight edge on here, and I found that it rides up on the areas that were over tightened. So what happens is it pinches the surface in here. This will make contact first, and then it'll kind of raise the surface on either side, and that's where it would leak. So what I did was I got some of these spreaders for one to put in here. And then what also I did was to straighten the valve cover out was use a ball peen, which, maybe you guys have done this before on oil pans, but it's the same thing. We take the ball peen, I put a socket on the back, I smack this so it pushes it back down, and then I would use a punch on the other side on my bench and flatten this area back down on both sides. So with the combination of putting the spreader on, the better valve cover gaskets, I can torque the spec, and making sure this is flat, hopefully we're not going to have to do this job again. So just wanted to share that with you guys. Probably already done this before on like an oil pan gasket or a transmission pad gasket, but what really got me was the rubber coated, just the straight rubber ones that didn't have the grommet in it. These are a lot better quality. I mean, you spend a lot more, but you get what you pay for. And like I said, this is another extra 5-hour job that I'm going to lose on because I didn't do the research and buy the correct valve cover gaskets that are, made for doing this type of job. Is just a lot better quality. And then checking for flatness. Here's the part number for these 5.8s. It's a VS13264, and it covers all these engines. So I hope that helps somebody. Just gotta stay positive. You gotta redo work like this. That happens. I just wish I would have known about it earlier, and that was my fault for not checking, doing my research. So hopefully this will help somebody else when you're doing valve cover gaskets on a 5.8. Have a good one.